lower the windshield a little bit. Alright folks, this is it. This is the new cap replacement. I don't know, I'm going to have to find out a name for her so you guys can maybe suggest something. But yeah, so you guys probably saw my video. Cap went away. Yes, I would probably regret getting rid of her, but you had to get something to share, and I figured let's give the old the new 1300 GSA a little run for the money here. So it's my first ride out, and it's actually not a bad day for December. Just my initial, I was on the highway for probably about 30 miles until I got off here where you're seeing me film here, and I just have it in road mode, didn't put it in anything else. And it's man, it's really responsive. It's just really responsive, much more so than the 1250. I always talked about how the 1250 seemed like when you gave it the gas, it had that little, not necessarily a lag, but it was more of a kind of a slingshot approach, and then it, you know, kind of took off. This one is immediately throttle response, and that just reminded me of my, when I test drove the initial 1300, and that was pretty awesome as well. So, but yeah, but it is on the highway, man, it's comfortable. It just gets up and goes, no issues whatsoever. And then when I get off road here a little bit, I would say, now again, this is just the initial thoughts. This is my first time really riding this thing through here, so bear with me as I kind of walk through this stuff a little bit. But my initial thoughts is that the engine's just way louder than my 1250. I don't know if anybody else experiences that, but I just feel like there's this just a little loud aspect of this bike. And so, but man, she, like I said, she's preppy. She gets up and revs and gets up and goes here. Yeah, the ergonomics and everything here, it's very comfortable. Suspension, now I had tractive suspension on my 1250. This suspension is so far, I mean, pretty plush and pretty nice. You can make adjustments and all that stuff. Again, I'm a year late into this thing. I know a lot of people have done reviews, but this is one of the reasons why I waited so long, was to really see if I wanted to do this or not. This is a big deal for me to make the switch from Cap, who, you know, has been my workhorse, and so yeah, a lot of comparison stuff. You know, that'll be the, you know, the context of a lot of the stuff that I do, especially initially on. It'll be just the differences. Now, again, as I was talking about, like the setup and stuff like here, it is a bummer that they put this start, you know, the turn on button, and they took away the heat button over here. I know that's been mentioned 1,000 times, but you know, you kind of get used to those little things on the bike, and now you've kind of got to toggle through this dedicated button that's over here. And my only issue with that is, like, is it distracting when you're riding? Because you could make adjustments to a lot of different things, but here, like, this used to be like dynamic, and you can move your suspension and all this other stuff with the button. Now you got to go through this button and then set things with the wheel, and so anyways, it's, you know, just a little bit different. And I don't know why they took those buttons away, to be honest with you. Like, even the auxiliary lights and you know, like I said, I don't think they should have messed with the initial setup, but hey, that's me. They wanted to add more touring. I'm an off-road guy, so you know, the automatic windshield, whoop-de frickin' do, all that stuff. That stuff doesn't bother me, and but anyways, yeah. So it was all good. But yeah, a lot of good stuff. Still got to get accustomed to it. Getting the bike set up. And just initial ride, but man, I tell you what though, you give that throttle, and it is it's snappy, man. It cracks on real good, you know. So, like I said, much different than the 1250 in response when you give it the juice. All right, more to it coming up, but yeah, initial ride out, very comfortable, peppy, gets up and goes. The only thing so far that I'm really two things really picky things, folks. It is the noise, the engine of the noise, the noise of the engine, whatever you want to say. It's just noisy compared to the 1250, and then the button setup. And I guess that's just because you're so used to those buttons being where they're at. Now you got a whole new learning pattern that you got to go through. Which, I mean, it's the little things, right? Change is change, and whether it's good, bad, or ugly, but you know, you make the changes and you adjust and you adapt and you overcome. So, but anyways, the noise is going to be probably the number one thing that I'm probably going to regret in that matter. So, all right, let's keep riding here.
So you probably just saw me ride a little bit, talk about the bike a little bit, and this is it. Now she will look a little bit different. She still's got some finishing touches to go through, but so far, yeah, I can see what all the fuss was. Everybody that talked about having a 1300, when they first came out, the 1300s, especially the GSA. I mean, it takes a little getting used to, but it actually has grown on me a little bit throughout the time. So. And I know the 1300 wasn't for everybody. You know, there's always different strokes for different folks. And obviously I moved on from the 1250, and why did I do that, right? So I moved on from the 1250 in a lot of aspects because the 1250 platform has been done 10,000 times, right, by everybody. So now I really needed to see what the 1300 was all about. I waited a little over a year, right, to get one of these. I just wasn't sold on it at first. Still have questions because I got so comfortable in the 1250 platform, but you got to kind of move on to bigger and better things sometimes. So, yeah, I decided to do the GSA just because it's the big one, the big Rhino. And doing the big Rhino is just a challenge in general. And part of the reason why I did the big Rhino is because that's the first bike I ever rode was the 1250 GSA. So I figured let's do the 1300 GSA and see what kind of shenanigans I can get into and put some memories back into this bike. So it will be interesting to see how this transitions into this bike and kind of what happens. But so far it's been great. I will say first few hundred miles that I've got on it, I will say that the engine is much louder than the 1250. So I do kind of miss the quieter boxer on the 1250. So that's to me, it's kind of a big deal. So I figured I might as well just stick with the big dog and see what's going on here. So yeah, she's pretty much done. She's got a lot of black dog stuff on, skid plates, side panels, radiator guard covers. There's some more things that are coming. What I thought was unique about this is just the different things that go on, because with the 1250, these things come with these activated side mirrors, all that stuff, and really don't need it. I'm trying to figure out how to deactivate these, put some double take mirrors on here. Barkbusters actually came out with that. I think I just did a small little clip on that, which I think is kind of cool. I'm going to walk around again and fire it up, but yeah, it's pretty cool to see the bark buster, the lights and stuff like that flash in there, and we'll see how those turn out, because again, if you dump the bike or whatever, you know, this is not the enduro package one where they put the lights up front. I couldn't get that one. I could only get that in a GS at the time. So, but I think Barkbusters has a great solution. I'm glad they're partners with me to do that. So, like I said, so far, it's pretty comfortable, gang. I mean, like I said, I fought in tooth and nail before I did this, and trying to transition to this bike. But it's comfortable. The seat's more comfortable than the OEM on the 1250. I think the only downfall so far that I have, you know, for my little complaints because of, you know, being so comfortable on the 1250 is really just the noise coming from the engine. It is louder. But yeah, this is it. This is the changeover. This is what you're going to start seeing on the channel as well. I did keep my 1250 GS. I still have my F900 and I've got my Beta 430, but you'll be seeing some content on this one just to see how this one fares like my last GSA. So people might think I'm crazy. I'm late to the game, maybe, whatever. But I just think that I waited a year or so before I got into this. Really wanted to see what they're like. Had a hard time with the looks of them. Again, you've seen me test ride the 1300 GS and really didn't think it was all that special, but I can see why people like it and why the platform changed. So, as usual, another new bike in the stall, and this is what she's going to look like, except for I am going to give her a makeover before I really get into it. So, but I wanted to throw this out here and say that I'm now part of the 1300 group. And we'll see what happens from here. So I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks again. If you can hit that like, subscribe, notification button, be fantastic. And many more trails coming ahead with the 1300 GSA. We'll see how this goes. Thanks, everybody. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.